And we also have a presence at the game within the stadium itself. Alison Bender is there. She'll be conducting interviews and so forth. But right now, she's also with a player formerly managed by Sven-Göran Eriksson, and he played for both Manchester clubs. Here's Owen Hargreaves.
Yes, hello Adam, welcome to Old Trafford. This is the 186th Manchester derby. Now Pep Guardiola, in his pre-match build-up, says he lives in a bit of a bubble. He doesn't really understand the significance of it because he's not seeing it. But what I can tell you now is this is a sellout crowd. We've got over 80,000 fans in here. They are roaring. David De Gea just went down the tunnel and the crowd went mad. Of course, he kept a clean sheet in his last game against Tottenham when they didn't have a shot on target. I am delighted to say we've got Owen Hargreaves, who has worn a United shirt and, of course, the City blue shirt, knows all about these derby days. It's a really tough one to call, isn't it? I just can't decide what Manchester United we're going to see.
No, I mean, the last time everybody was here was against Liverpool, and it was probably one of the darkest days for Manchester United. The energy was quite negative, and it was quite tough to be here and actually witness, United play that way. So the crowd feels quite positive and optimistic. They're just cheering on Cristiano and Bruno taking free kicks in behind us.
Not bad, those free kicks. I know that Ronaldo used to let you take them, he said.
Yeah, look, it's going to be a big part in the game. But look, you can hear the crowd. The crowd are very positive and optimistic, and the players need the crowd today. So it's a big opportunity for Manchester United today. In a way, it's almost a must-win game for both teams.
Now, it's real disappointment that Varane is injured for such a long time as well. But Ole has stuck with 5 at the back, and it worked so well in that last game. What do you make of that 3 at 5 at the back?
Well, I think the biggest issue this season has been defensively. They've conceded too many goals. So Ole tidied that up, played a back 5 against Tottenham, and it worked. They didn't have any shots and didn't concede any goals, Tottenham. So that's the blueprint. But the problem, City doesn't play with any centre forwards. Yeah. So you're going to play a back 3 or 5 defenders. They're not going to have anybody to mark at times. So when do they decide to come out and press and defend against City, or do they just sit in? So if City score first, it could be very difficult for Man United.
The problem, wow, I mean, this atmosphere, you can probably barely hear us, but that's because the City players are just coming past. City averaged 2 goals per game this season, the lowest of any of the Pep Guardiola eras. What do you make of the fact that they're just not scoring many goals right now?
Well, they don't play with the number 9. And last season, a lot of those goals came from Gundogan. They don't rely on one centre forward, so they rely on 5 or 6 guys to get 10+ goals for them. That's could be Phil Foden today. Could be Bernardo Silva, could be Kevin De Bruyne. They've got lots of weapons and options, but they don't have a goal scorer like Cristiano at the top of the pitch, who we know is going to get a ton of goals. So United have 5 centre forwards, and Man City have none.
I mean, it's a tricky one when you look at who it means more for, because both managers are under pressure. I mean, Manchester City, we've seen them perform at a much better level in the past, but Ole surely needs this win the most, doesn't he?
It feels like Man United need it the most. Ole needs it the most. But Man City, they want to win the league, and they're 5 points behind Chelsea, so they can't afford to lose either. So it'd be interesting to see what happens, because I think both teams need to go for it. I think obviously City are favourites, and if they take their chances, they'll probably win the game. But United with Cristiano, Bruno Fernandes and Mason Greenwood, they can be very, very dangerous today.
This man just about to walk behind us, Jack Grealish, is on the bench. What do you make of the team selection today? Sterling, of course, on the bench as well.
Well, look, they got so many amazing players, whether it's Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden. I mean, they've been probably City's 2 best players this season, Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva. They're always going to play. Gundogan is important because of the experience in a game like this. So, look, he hasn't gone for Jack. He didn't play great in the Champions League midweek. But the fact of the matter is, Pep always rotates these players, and if they play well, they stay in. If they don't, then you're out.
Okay. Owen, stay with us. Thank you very much for now. Back to you in the studio, and we'll come back a little bit later for Owen's score prediction.